There was division. So what becomes so important when there's division in the jury room? Closing arguments. You have to arm the jurors. If you're the Commonwealth, you have to arm the jurors who think Karen Read is guilty to go argue with the other jurors and pull them into their camp. If you're Alan Jackson, you have to arm the jurors that think she's not guilty or factually innocent with the information. They can go pull the jurors. What is reasonable doubt? Didn't they prove reasonable doubt to you as the languages that some jurors use? What do we think reasonable doubt is? And did Alan Jackson arm him with things to go and battle? And it's not biased. It's not a runaway jury. It's nothing like that. This is what lawyers do. This is the tool that is closing argument. Go tell them why you're right, and they can go be your mouthpiece and the mouthpiece of your client back there arguing with the other jurors. It doesn't have to be nasty arguing or bullying, but you're going to have to argue if everybody's disagreeing.
Is there an angle of reasonable doubt to where we're not really sure? Like, are you really sure? Are you 100% or are you 99.9%? If you're that 99%, we can't convict you.
How about that? You think Alan Jackson convinced him of anything in closing argument? Jackson convinced these jurors that 0.01% of being unsure is reasonable doubt. And this juror was looking for angles of reasonable doubt throughout. But here's what I'll say. I'm taking it a step further, right? I'm making a reasonable inference from what he's saying. He didn't do that for himself. He didn't have to go to the 99.9% to get there himself, because he told you he thinks she's factually innocent. So if he thinks she's innocent, he is using Alan Jackson's arguments of a moral certainty to be 100% to convince other jurors that they actually have reasonable doubt. How about that working as a perfect law school problem of arming jurors with what they need to go back and make the arguments in your closing argument? You don't retell the whole story. You don't recap what every single witness said over the last 31 days. You don't do that. You give them note cards, things they can remember, go back and argue with these other jurors back there. Do you think that's doubt? Does this make you feel like maybe we're not 100% there? We're not morally certain there?